angles and triangles in this section. Mostly vocabulary words. There are some vocabulary words you should be aware of with angles. We have an acute angle. An angle is an opening between two lines that are stuck together and they open up. An acute angle, if you think about, just in general, if we stick these two together and we open it up and we open it all the way around, we get 360 degrees. So if we only open it halfway, we get 180 degrees, which forms a line. So that is called a straight angle. So that equals 180 degrees. Acute is less than 90 degrees. And I always remember this by saying it's so cute. You have an obtuse angle, which is kind of a fat angle. It's greater than 90 degrees. So it's a fat angle. And it's less than 180, so it doesn't go too far. We have a right angle. That's exactly 90 degrees. Usually it'll have a little square mark in the corner. So that's 90 degrees. Then we have a reflex angle. Think about opening your arm past as far as it should go. So here's our opening, and it opens like kind of like that, where it opens bigger than. That's called a reflex angle. It's greater than 180, but less than 360. So I should know that a straight angle is like a straight line. It is a straight angle. This is a straight angle that has a bisection. It's been cut in half. So if you know that this is 180 and you know that this much is 45, you can figure out how much this one is by taking 180 and subtracting 45. And you get that this is 135. This is a parallel with a transverse, but these are called vertical angles. Vertical. Now, vertical doesn't necessarily mean, vertical and horizontal doesn't necessarily mean straight up and down, but it means meeting at the tips. So if you notice, this tip and this tip kiss in the middle, that's a vertical angle. And this tip and this tip kiss, and that's at another vertical angle. So this is A, and this is also A. This is B, and this is also B. And that A plus B is equal to 180. We create a straight line. So if you know one of those angles, you can figure them all out. So if I said this is 110, you could say, well, this is also 110, and I need 70 more to get to 180, so this is 70, and this is also 70. Something to be very careful of on these tests, the pictures are not drawn to scale. So it may look like a 30-degree angle, but it really may be a 60-degree angle. That's okay. Just do the math. Don't worry about what the picture looks like. Just recognize that it is. Then we also have this one. If you have a parallel set of lines with a transverse, if I could cut this in half and was able to pick this up and move it, they could, and I had drawn it perfectly, they would have lined right up on each other. So that same concept, they're still vertical angles. This is A, this is A, this is B, this is B, and then we just repeat that. This is A, the same place, this is A, this is B, oops, well, it's all right, this is B. So we have A, and B, A, and B, and A plus B is still equal to 180. So that's angles. Now I'm going to switch on to another page, talk about triangles because they're sort of related. We have three types of triangles that they could talk about. We have an isosceles triangle. That's where this angle, this side and this side are equal, and this one is different. So these are markings that you can use that says that this side and this side are the same and the one on the bottom is different. In equilateral, each side is the same. In a scaling, each side is different. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And a triangle, if you think about a triangle, you have a four-sided figure. Let's say these are all right angles of 90, 90, 90, and 90. You add those up, you get 360. You cut it in half,
180.
and you get 180. So this is 180, and this is 180. So all triangles are 180, no matter what size it is. It can be a teeny, teeny triangle and a great big triangle because it has nothing to do with size at all. It only has to do with the opening of the sides. So if we knew this one was 30 and this one was 40 and we need to get to 180, and again, this does not look like 110, but it is 110 because I know that 180 take away 70 is 110, so this angle is 110. I didn't draw it to scale, it doesn't matter. I just said you have two of your angles are this, what's your third angle? So it's understanding angles in that regard. The other thing that you might be asked about is how do you prove if something is equal? And it's if they have, it's angles, let's see. Side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, and side, side, side. So you have to have a side involved. And if you don't have a side involved, you can't have all the angles involved because you can have a little triangle that has the angles involved, and the same size angles can be a great big triangle. So if you're looking for a triangle, if you can prove that they have a side and an angle and a side in common, they're equal. Or an angle and a side and an angle. So what does that mean? So here is a side, angle, side. Of course, this is a side, side, side. Or you can do an angle, side, angle. Could be in any direction like that. But if they were the same as the one next door to you, then you know they're exactly congruent. And that's a good word, congruent. Now, if I could spell correctly, it would work even better. Congruent means exactly the same shape and size. Similar means the same shape, not necessarily the same size. So, congruent means the same shape and size, similar means the same shape but not the same size. So they might use those words and ask you a question. So understanding math vocabulary is really, really important.